Hello and welcome to episode 116 of VocTerGaming. I am your host, the vocal terrorist, Jesse Rain, and my voice has not completely recovered from Sunday, so I do apologise if I sound a little bit raspy on this cast. Anyway, today is of course Tuesday, and on Tuesday we have SC Forum Tuesdays. Today, the adversary of our wonderful SC Forum player is spawning on Corehole Compound as the Blue Zerg. He is Le Roy Potter. I'm assuming he's French. But of course, our SC Forum hero, he's the Red Terror, and his name is Shirt. Oh yeah. So, before I continue, I have a lot of things to talk about. First of all, let me talk about SC Forum. It is, of course, a forum, funnily enough, that no one uses because it is covered in spam and they have still not finished building it, despite promising me personally that it would be done by now. But never mind, I shall shout at them, not tonight because I will not be around, but tomorrow I have a day off, and I will be shouting at them very firmly over Mumble. Until they do something about it, or at least until they pretend they're going to do something about it. The other thing I have to talk about is what happened last week, because I didn't do a video on Thursday, and then I totally promised that I would do one on Saturday to make it up, and then I didn't. So, for those of you who don't know me, I'm having a lot of problems recently, both mentally and physically. There's been some stuff going on that I don't want to bore you all with, because of course my life is incredibly boring at times, especially if you don't know me. You're here for Starcraft, you're not here to listen to me ramble on. But basically something really bad happened Saturday, and I was just in no state of mind to go ahead and make a video, so I do apologise for that. The pro games, as normal, will resume tomorrow. We do have Grubby versus MC, so that's going to be really exciting. That's as much as I'm going to say on that topic. For those of you who came down to Future Shock Wrestling on Sunday, by the way, thank you very much for coming. As we noticed, if you were there, I ended up not doing live commentary. I, in fact, ended up ring announcing again. Like 2 shows or 3 shows after I retired from ring announcing forever. So that was a fun surprise. But yeah, like, for those of you who came down, for those of you who saw me and said hi, thanks for coming down. It's always really nice to see you guys, and it's always nice for you to be supporting the British wrestling scene. Anyway, that is it for non-Starcraft talk today. Instead, I am going to talk about exactly what is going on in this match. And right now what's happening is Banelings. Le Roy Potter, I'm just going to call him Potter from now on, or La Roy. La Roy. What do we think to La Roy? No, Potter will do. Potter, as we see, is not expanding. He is just going straight up Banelings. So this isn't high economy Baneling aggression. It looks like this is just a really weird Baneling bust. Shirt, meanwhile, our SC Forum hero, of course, does not know anything at all. Because like all SC Forum players, he is terrible at scouting. But he's doing a massive wall off here, and it does in fact finish. So here we see the Marines moving into the central bunker now, protecting that last supply depot, and he will get more Marines out. Right now, just 1 barracks with the Tech Lab. Tech Lab currently not being used to upgrade. It should be expanding at this point. Here he goes. He had the money to do it a while ago, but he did get distracted. Unfortunately for him, the SCV that's supposed to do it can't get out of the base. Come on, Shirt. No. So he's not going to expand right now. Instead, he's just going to get a factory up and running, along with his second gas. Let's play a game. How long will it take him to notice? Because I think the answer is forever. Anyway, it looks like Potter is going to go for an all-in now. Just going to straight up bust the front, taking down both the bunkers and supply depots. So now Shirt is in some trouble, because there is nothing to finish on. If he can break through here, morph in a few more Banelings and just go for it. Right now we have 3 more bunkers going down at the top of the ramp to try and defend this. It would have been really nice if Potter had actually expanded at some point, or if in fact was doing so now. Shirt meanwhile has like nearly 1,000 minerals. Guys, if you are playing Starcraft 2 and you don't really know what to do, spend all of this. See up here, where all those numbers are? They should be as close to 0 as possible. And that's another thing you don't do. You don't drop supply expands on things that are about to get blown up by Banelings. Shirt, come on! And then block your SCVs from repairing it with bunkers. Shirt right now is super supply blocked. He will not be getting any more units out whatsoever. Pater looks like he is going to take this now. There's a bunker with 1 Marine in it right now. We do have 1 Hellion out though, so Pater does need to take that Hellion down. If you can do, oh, that bunker was so close to dying as well, but in fact, Pater with some indecision is just going to try and kill some SCVs now. He's not continuing to go all in with this, so perhaps we will finally see Pater choose to expand. Because of course, like Artosis loves to say, when you are ahead, get more ahead. No, in fact, he's just going to build a ton more Zerglings and go try and kill him again. After he's rewalled this front. Right now, we see 9 workers killed there. Not the biggest amount, but of course, Shirt is still really struggling. The last Zergling will finally die here. That made it 10 workers. Shirt is in some trouble. That wall is not going to withstand another hit. This bunker will in fact, this barracks rather, will likely die. In which case he will have a total of 1 unit producing structure. Which is 1 factory getting a Hellion out 1 at a time. And here we go. Oh, that barracks did not quite die. The SCV repairing it. Notably, using his Banelings to attack the supply depot directly instead of the barracks, in which case you can hit both supply depots. So in fact, Shirt will hold that off and begin to stabilise. Now, if Pater had expanded, if he'd built a hatchery here, he would now be in a ridiculously advanced position. He did so much damage to Shirt, and Shirt really had no way of stopping it. He barely held it off in the first place. So all Pater had to do was expand once or even twice, and he would be miles ahead. As it is, Shirt, it looks like, is actually going to be the first person in this game to get an expansion up, because Pater is going roaches now. I did see the roach war going up. I did get distracted by everything else. We have 2 bunkers here with no Marines in them, because he can only build 1 at a time, because he still only has 1 barracks. He's building, in fact, a 2nd factory. So we could be seeing pretty much mech out of Shirt, which will be useful if he can get a 2nd command center up and on the lower ground, because then he will actually have an economy. And of course, economy is very important. Starcraft 2 is an economy-based strategy game. The Hellions, do they see? They see the roaches. They run back now. Oh, but they can't get in because the supply depots are down. Loses 1 Hellion already, and the supply depot is down. So Pater's roaches all get right into the main of Shirt. He is going straight for workers, going for a command center that can lift up. Removing himself from those bunkers is a good idea though. And now more SCVs dying. Oh, Pater is finally expanding. Someone in this matchup has expanded. I am excited. The roaches have now got this orbital command to half health, even though it can lift off and not be hit by any of those roaches whatsoever. Finally, it lifts off as it begins to burn. And now the factory's floating into range of those bunkers so that when the roaches attack, the bunker with 1 maraudering can attack. More SCVs dying. We are now up to 22 workers killed. Shirt is failing miserably at this moment. He really needs to stop this roach attack right now. But he doesn't have any economy. He has 15 minerals. None of his SCVs are mining because his orbital command's in mid-air. Finally, the roaches do die. If we just check the unit tab, we see he has 8 SCVs, and that is it. This hatchery finishes for Pater, and realistically, Pater should be taking this game right now. He's getting his 2nd extractor up. He's getting an economy. Shirt lands his first order of command. Interestingly, landing his expansion one at his main and landing the main one just here rather than going down to an expansion that he can't defend because one Zergling there could probably kill it. That's not actually true. That was what do they call that? Exaggeration, for the sake of exaggerating. And now Patera's getting a macro hatch up. Not entirely sure why. I understand the usefulness of a macro hatch. However, like, Shirt cannot attack him for roughly the next 10 minutes. Like, he just does not have any units or economy. Like, so you could get this base up and probably this base up and know you're perfectly safe. Finally, an engineering bay is going up. That's a good shout because Poitiers could definitely be going mutas. He isn't right now. We see Zero Spire is just focusing on droning up. I'd really like to have seen him at least take a third base. That second base should have been a lot earlier, and a third base and fourth base to follow up would have been very, very sexy. As it is, Shirt is getting quite lucky that Poitiers has not bothered to do so. Shirt, meanwhile, what can he do to come back? Well, he needs to get some units. And he needs to move out and secure this expansion. Simple as that. He needs more than a one-base economy. He needs really more than a two-base economy if we're talking about a decent level of play. Terran has many good two-base timing attacks, but they start to falter towards the late game. As we see, he's already starting to get low on minerals here. So he needs to start securing some expansions. As it is, though, the longer Poitiers stays on two base, the more chance Shirt has of actually coming back. We see a Spire going up now for Poitiers, so mutas will be the next thing on the list. And we have Thors in production now from Shirt. So Shirt is super ready for these mutas. He is just hard countering. He's got 2 missile turrets in his mineral lines. He's got an armory. And he's got Thors on the way out. He's adding some more barracks to get some bio to help this. I'm currently lost for words. The fun thing about these SC Forum Tuesdays, for me anyway, is that quite often you get to see stuff you are just never ever going to see in a pro game. Such as at 17.5 minutes, the Terran still being on one base and a Zerg still being on two base. Shirt scans, sees absolutely bugger all. I love, by the way, absolutely no creep spread from Poitiers. Like, he's just now, at the 18-minute mark, managed to finish connecting his main to his natural. And there is no creep spread whatsoever here. Absolutely fantastic. What does he need creep for anyway? He's got mutas. Everyone knows mutas just kill everything ever. We have more missile turrets up now for Shirt. We have more unit producing structures up for Shirt. We have a ton of barracks now. 3 barracks, 2 factories, still no starport, so no medevacs. And finally, he's going to get a second base up. Excellent. These mutas now are going to be a pain in the arse. He probably has enough to just kill that missile turret, but the 2 in the mineral line are going to stop them from doing too much economic damage. 1 Thor is finished. That helps the splash damage because he is at a low level. He will not be magic boxing these mutas, so they will be taking the full brunt of the splash damage. We see 3 more missile turrets about to go down here. Shirt, what are you doing? Shirt with an incredible misclick. Thoroughly confusing his his SCVs now. Those mutas trying to do so, but there are too many missile turrets and Thors there. So they're going to come down here and pick these up before the missile turrets are finished. Oh, Shirt losing so many SCVs in this game. 1 missile turret does complete down there. He kills 1 muta. That is it. Let's look at the workers killed. 36 workers killed from Poitiers so far. Oh my god, it's like seeing old style Blue Flame Hellions against Zerg. As it is, we have the double Evo chamber now with the +1 attack for the roaches and the +1 armor for his ground units. Still no expansion for him despite having over 1,000 minerals. He could get 2 bases up right now. As it is though, he's just building Nothing really, just 17 more roaches that he doesn't need at this point. Because Shirt is still not really able to move out on the map and attack him at the 21-minute mark. Okay, so we have Burrow on the way for our Zerg player. We have Glial Reconstitution on the way. We have Terran Vehicle Weapons level 1. So his 2 Thors and 1 Siege Tank can kill things even quicker. Do we have Siege Mode? Let's find out. We do have Siege Mode. Siege Mode is done. So that will help against the non-existent Baneling threat currently. We'll help him kill a few Speedlings. Finally! We have a 3rd hatchery. Well, a 4th hatchery, but a 3rd base going up from Pater. 22 minutes, the Zerg gets a 3rd base. This is how to play silver level Zerg, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to be a silver level Zerg, you need to have that 3rd base up by the 22-minute mark. If you don't, you might actually lose to Shirt. And trust me, losing to Shirt is... It's not as bad as losing to Shutout, but it's still pretty bad. I don't know, is Shirt actually gold now? Is he gold now? Or did he fall back down? I cannot remember. I haven't spoken to him in about a week now. Because I've been busy being absolutely insane. We have Tunneling Claws on the way. That's the Burrow movement for the Roches. We are at 23 minutes in and nothing is actually happening. We have +1 attack for the Terran Infantry. We have, let's see, we have no combat shield, no stim, no concussive shells. That is good work there from Shirt. He just has no economy. He just can't afford these things. Not if he wants to actually build units as well, because he's still only on 2 base. Well, technically it's kind of 1 base. It will be in now. So Shirt is once again stuck on 1 base. If we take a look, he has 38 SCVs to 37 drones. Hang on. Just listen really closely for me. Can you hear this? That was me head desking. Because Pater had Shirt contained, had him beaten for so long, and now he has 37 drones! He has 3 bases and 4 hatcheries, and he has 37 drones. He has 36 lava, for God's sake. Why do I do this to myself? Anyway, whose idea was it to do this SC forum choose? I could be watching Grubby versus MC right now. Anyway, we have Shirt pushing out with just a ton of stuff. No real rhyme or reason. We just have some Marauders, we have some Marines, we have a couple of tanks, and a couple of Thors. Just to make sure he can hard counter absolutely anything he finds. Still no starports. We have no medevacs to heal his Bioforce. We still do not have stim, concussive shell, or combat shields. But despite all that, this hatchery is going to die anyway. Oh, Pater, you are burrowing your roaches. Look at that, sneaking right into the midst of the Terran army so they can't be hit by the siege tanks. They pop up and, oh, nice from Shirt there. Unsieging his tanks, but it doesn't stop him from losing most of them. As it is, though, he's actually killing everything here. Because it turns out you can't just make roaches. It turns out just making roaches is a terrible idea. Because you will lose. Generally, what you want is what's called a unit composition. See the mutas here? They'd have been really handy in that fight. As it is, they'd be handy in this fight. As it is, they're just going to sit there. Finally, they are going to come over after everything else is dead and then die to Thors and Marines. Which is, of course, the perfect Zerg strategy. But luckily, more roaches are streaming in to die. They will eventually kill this entire army from Shirt. He burrows again for no good reason, because they were all in range anyway. And Shirt could just scan this and kill them all. They do regenerate life quickly while burrowed though. Finally Shirt does scan though when they're not burrowed. You can incredible idea. This is some incredible micro here from Shirt. Does lose one Thor, is going to lose the second one. Potair does hold it off because Shirt doesn't have any economy. And once again, Shirt has no army, but that doesn't matter because he's just going to take more SCVs and go try and kill him. Combat Shield is on the way! This is the latest I have ever seen a Combat Shield. 28 minutes and like 20 odd seconds. We have Roaches on move command, completely ignoring their army and now dying. We have a hatchery going up at the third base again for Le Royal Potel. We have Shirt just moving across the map because he's decided it's time to end this game. The creep spread did occur, by the way. He just had a ton of energy on those queens. He just threw creep tumors everywhere because that's what you want to do. Is you want to just throw them all down like at once, rather than from the start of the game and going all this thing. No, just all at once, just a ton of creep tumors, just constantly. Now we have Roaches dying. We have Mutas going to die because there are Thors and Marines here, and the Mutas have not been upgraded beyond +1 attack. Because Potair stayed on 2 base forever. As it is, it actually looks like Shirt is going to win here. He takes down the second hatchery. We have more burrow roaches on the way. We still have no ravens from Shirt. Interesting that ravens never really caught on. I always expected the raven to become a standard part of the Terra build at the pro level, but it has not so far. You do see it occasionally, sometimes against Protoss. But here we see more and more units dying. Scan goes off. Those roaches run away and then come back. Shirt is now in the main. We have Potair with just 63 supply. Shirt 84. This is the slow death of our assumedly French player. He's going to kill the lair. It looks like going straight for that lair rather than killing the roach warren so that no more roaches can be made. He's going to try and kill the lair so that he can't rebuild the spire that he hasn't killed yet. And finally those units of Shirts die as well, so we are back to a complete standstill unless Shirt decides to move out with his, like, what was that, 8, 9, 10, 12 Marines. Yep, he's going to move out. He's got 12 Marines. No, he's got 14 Marines now. 1 Marauder, a couple, 3 tanks, and a Thor. That should be enough to put this game to bed because we have just some roaches from Potair. We have no economy whatsoever because he has no minerals here, whereas only 2 hatcheries are. And he only has 18 drones because he actually stopped making them at around the 10-minute mark. And never bothered to expand. Shirt, it looks like, is going to attack from up here so that Potair cannot watch him coming on the creep. I have no idea what that was all about, but never mind. We have roaches burrowing and being ignored by Shirt, and so he will lose a Thor completely pointlessly. Oh no, he doesn't. That Thor survives with 1 hit point. There goes the Thor. Is he going to lose another one because he cannot be bothered to turn around? Everything is on move command. That's fine. It doesn't matter. That Thor dies, but there aren't any mutas anyway. And in fact, there are just no units now for Le Royal Potair. So he GG's, and our SC Forum Tuesday hero Shirt takes that game. Wow. I have nothing more to say about that whatsoever. Nothing more whatsoever. I will be back tomorrow with, how can I put it? With a much better game than this. Thank you very much for watching, if indeed you actually put up with all 33 minutes 41 seconds of that. If you did, by the way, well done you. Just round of applause. Anyway, I'll be back tomorrow with something half decent. Please join me then. That will be episode 117. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you all next time. Goodbye.